Alright, today I'm going to be doing 6 on the learning outcomes. Describe the characteristics of a proficient performer in 5 locomotor skills. So our 5 locomotor skills, we have running, galloping, skipping, jumping, and hopping. Starting with running, a proficient runner, obviously we want them to move in a straight line or straight direction. Um, this is where the runner is trying to really limit or reduce extra movements while they can, so to preserve energy. Um, and As well as using contralateral movements to maintain balance, stability, maintain equilibrium. Um, with galloping, moving on to galloping, same thing, maintaining balance again, stability. But this is a different kind of movement where we're kind of going into the same thing where we're going through a smooth and continuous action with our legs moving, except one of our legs is going to be in front of the other. This is where our feet will remain close to the surface, and our knees are slightly bent when doing this action, when in flight of the action. And then moving on to skipping, um, this is where um, rhythmal weight transfer inability to maintain step, hop pattern easily. So again, trying to stay close to the surface, trying to really trying to get that fluid, continuous motion action. Um, Landing and taking off from the toe is very important during this action. And then moving on to jumping, this is where we go through phases. We go through a preparatory phase, a force producing phase, and a follow through phase. So preparatory phase, this is where we're kind of trying to get ready, trying to really tell ourselves to get in a stance where we're kind of bend the knees, using our arms either bilaterally in this action, and um, and then we move on to a takeoff phase, a flight phase, where um, the person or the jumper is going to be fully extended into the air, bending the knees again, using extension of the hips, knees, ankles, um, a lot of vigorous swings with arms while in flight. And then once they land, um, this is where the jumper will absorb the landing, bending their knees again, flexing their knees, really trying to, as well, with those knees being bent, really just trying to protect them from being injured or from, it's kind of just like an instinct, I guess, for when you're jumping, trying to just knees bent, trying to maintain your balance, trying to, again, just trying to prevent injury. And then same thing with hopping, pretty much the same thing. Hopping, I'd say, though, is a little bit more light than jumping.